There you can see the leftover remnants of the glue from when I glued them before. Held up pretty well. So I'll do the same deal with the driver's side and I should be good to go. Basically, you just gotta let them sit long enough. That's the most important thing with the glue. That it's clean and you let it sit. And it should be good to go. Anytime you really have stress on it is when you're going to remove them, I guess. Maybe when you hit a bump. But it's not like it's holding much. They're not under a lot of stress, so I'm actually pretty impressed it held up. So go ahead and remove the speaker on this side. Looks like it's gonna rain here, unfortunately. What I was planning on doing is just letting this sit in the garage and taking my motorcycle to work for a day or two, or however long it takes for me to get this back together, get the new evaporator in, get it back together. I think the evaporator is supposed to come tomorrow. eBay says tomorrow and FedEx says Thursday, so I'm gonna assume Thursday probably is when it's gonna come. But I chose to order online because it was a lot cheaper. Local auto parts store wanted 112, I think, or 115 for it, and I got it on eBay for about 50 bucks. So I couldn't pass that up. If you don't need it right away, go ahead and look online. I'm sure you can find a cheaper unit. All right. Speaker screws are out. I'm going to label them. One of them is in the dash though from when I dropped it. Just have to remember that. So I've already got half the dash apart, and the only tools I needed so far were a 7mm socket, a Phillips, a flathead, and I believe that's it. Not too bad. This speaker is also factory. And no dry rod as well. Right. Now I'm going to go ahead and start pulling this glove box apart. Maybe better if you're inside for this. Stupid. Right. Okay, next, let's see what has to come out to get this dashboard apart. There's my cheesy smile. Alright, looks like we've got two Phillips holding this vent on, which I'm going to remove them, because I'm not sure if anything's under that, under this vent cover. Also feels like it's held on by clips, and I won't be able to get it off yet because there's a little tab that goes from the glove box door into that, so I probably won't be able to get that off until I get more of this apart. That's okay though. I will label these. Passenger side vent. Okay, there's a Phillips over here, and the Phillips helps hold this little pin thingy on, which goes to the door. So I'm going to loose, actually before I take that out, these little clips should just pop out. They'll probably break, but they'll come out. Got the one loose pretty easy. There's always one that's got to put up a fight though. Actually helps to spin, kind of spin it, get it started with a screwdriver and then spin it. Just gonna throw these in there too. I'm not gonna label them, I don't know what they are. So now I'm gonna go ahead and finish removing this screw, which should allow the door to slide or fall out. Just like that. So you may actually want to leave those pins clipped on. Those little braces clipped on so that that doesn't happen to you. That's completely up to you. Actually, instead of labeling this, I'm just going to reinstall it. Whenever you can, just reinstall screws too. I mean, that also helps. Just make sure you get it in enough that it's not going to come out, fall out when you're moving the dash around, and then you're missing it. Next, take all your stuff out of the glove box. Luckily, I don't have much. Try to keep this as clean as possible. And we've got this bolt's already loose. I could just take it out with my hand. Let's see if it's a 7 again. Sure is. Gold 7mm. Looks like there's 4 of them. 4 bolts that hold this glove box access cover on. There remove them. Actually going to be taking this vehicle next month, a little less than a month actually. The 17th would have been the 1 month waiting period. June 17th next month we are going to be going to Virginia, Chincoteague, Virginia, to get married, and we're going to be loading this vehicle up, taking this as the primary vehicle, leaving her car here. So we gotta have air. She likes air, I like to have the air. Or just, it's pretty much a necessity. Let's see here, what screws do I have? Okay, next you're gonna want to remove your glove box door light. And I have no idea how this thing comes out, to be honest with you. Okay, there's a little, what did I do? Did something. Might have to actually wait for this one. Yeah, that one's gonna have to wait. Alright, next you're going to want to get under your dash, and underneath the steering column is 2 bolts. See if you can. Right there's one, and over there's one. Basically, they hold that black bracket on, which helps support the steering column up. You're going to want to remove them. And I believe those are, let's see what size they are. I'm thinking they're 17, which is conveniently missing from my socket right now. We're also going to need an extension. Okay. Might be a 15. 16's a little big. Yep, 15 will fit.